Yo, what is good, fellas? Hope you boys are all having a fantastic Monday. Boys, we are a few days away from the ending of Season 6, and today we're going over every single thing you fellas need to be doing in order to capitalize on the ending of Season 6. There's a lot we need to actually grind through, get through, finish, complete sets. There's a lot of things that we're going to talk about, a lot of things that are kind of tedious, but honestly will be well worth it in the long run. I just want to say again, thank you boys for the continuous support. You guys, if you're watching every single video, you're commenting, just know how much I freaking appreciate you. You boys are helping me achieve a dream, so just, hey, I appreciate you boys so freaking much. So the way we're doing this video is I'm going like from what I think is most important to like, all right, you don't necessarily need to get this done, but first things first, if you have the time, probably the most beneficial to you in the long run is grinding through and getting 80 wins on this house rules. I'm going to be honest, fellas, I didn't get there. I probably won't get there. I'm one win away from level 7, and that's like another 15 wins tacked on top of that. Do I have the time to do it? Maybe. Am I going to actually probably do it? Probably not. But this house rules goes away June 12th, and that free OBJ you get is a stud. And fellas, when you guys get to the end of the video and we talk about selling off your teams in order for rookie premieres, having a free 99 overall B&D OBJ is going to be extremely beneficial to like still be able to play the game and having a comp-ish team, especially full of B&D players once you guys sell off your entire team getting ready for rookie premieres. But that's an end of video thing. But just first things first, if you have the time this week, I highly recommend grinding through All-Star Rumble. I know it sucks. I know people are spamming Vanguards at you, angry runs. It sucks. I kind of raged at it. I'm kind of done, keeping it be honest. But if you have the time, it's definitely something worth grinding through for sure. I'm recording this video Monday morning before we get the content schedule. You guys will see this around like 11. I'm recording it at like 7. So just keep that in mind that I don't exactly know dates and times. We'll know that later today. I'll have a video going over everything we do know regarding Season 7. But just keep that in the back of your mind. Like my dates and times might be slightly off. But everything is coming this week. So if you have time Monday, have time Tuesday, it's definitely time to lock it and grind through some of these things. The next most important thing to probably grind through, honestly, is the competitive pass and getting to at least level 26. We'll talk about what that is in a second. But you guys can see here, the Season 6 Field Pass has 2 days, but the competitive pass has an extra day tacked onto it. I do think the competitive pass is a much longer grind than the Season 6 pass in general, because you guys have so many more long-form things you have to do, not content, things you have to do in the game, such as, you know, completing head-to-head milestones in general, solo battles, which are a pain, but are something that I had to do in order to get to level 26, which is where I think once you guys hit level 26, you can kind of chill off with the competitive pass. If you're not getting to Trevor Lawrence, which is all the way down here, and you don't want any of these, like, I mean, the packs will be cool, but it might not necessarily be worth the grind, especially if you hit level 26, because I'm assuming we're going to get a whole new competitive pass coming with Season 7, so maybe just take a break, don't burn yourself out, especially this late in the season. If you already are at level 26, that's at least where I recommend you fellas get. Now, probably priority 3 for me is kind of getting through the Season 6 pass. Well, obviously, it would be great to get to level 50, and I know most of us probably are already there. If you can't get there, at least hit level 47. Fellas, I have a very busy day during the week, so I don't necessarily know if level 50 is a possibility for me, but if you can at least get to level 47, it's like a level boost, but getting the Season 7 XP, it's probably the most beneficial thing in this pass. I definitely don't necessarily like the Season 6 Legendary Strat Item Fantasy Pack, from what I've heard, is just absolute dog shit. And then you guys have seen me open these Legendary Option Packs over on Shorts, and like, they have been so dog shit for me, like, it's not worth the grind. But at least hitting level 47 is definitely a necessary evil. You know, you guys have all these objectives in here. Just come in here, grind through these. We also have the dailies. Like, if you're not completing your dailies, what are you doing? But then again, look at me, and I have not completed my dailies. It's been a very busy weekend for me. Don't expect you fellas to care, but yeah. Also, another thing that is kind of important and especially will help you complete your Season 6 Field Pass is coming down in here and just kind of grinding through these Field Passes if you want. For me personally, I'm not touching the Crucible Pass, but there is good Season XP in here, especially if you do want to get to level 47 and you have a long way to go, or you do want to hit 50 and you need a few 100,000 more XP. There's 100,000 XP in the Crucible Pass. Same thing with Team All-Star, but I do believe there's actually decent rewards in here, such as a free high Team All-Star option fantasy pack, which I actually pulled a 97 out of, I believe, so it's like definitely worth it because those 97 Team All-Stars are selling for bread. The objectives here can be a little annoying, But hey, you get season XP, you get to hit, a free 97 and 97 overall team exchange token, which you guys probably aren't using. But again, when we get to the end of this video, which is actually coming up a lot sooner now that, I've actually been talking for a minute, you guys are going to want to see that B&D players are going to be your best friend. So, maybe it might be worth to sit here and get, the solo challenges done if you haven't done them. The stats, which I'm hoping we all have done because the Theme Team All-Star promo was nuts. You only have to have 2 of them in your lineup, and, you're doing yourself you're not doing yourself a favor if you're not using Theme Team All-Star cards. They're so fire. And the last thing before we get to, selling off your team, which is, kind of a controversial thing in my opinion, is the solo challenges. Come in here, and we don't necessarily know which ones are going to expire, but every single season, EA takes away solo challenges if they want to load. Apparently not, because EA servers are absolute dog shit. Alright, so my game froze, but basically every single season, EA has been taking away certain solo challenges. There isn't really a rhyme or reason for why they do it and which ones they pick. I think season 5 or season 6, they took away the Ring of Honor solo challenges once those came out. Those have only been out for 2 weeks, but then left the real deal ones that have been here for a minute. It didn't make sense, so I just recommend if there's solo challenges you want to do for the season, for a promo that came out during this season, I would recommend just getting them done this week, especially before season 6 expires. It's just so up for debate. You never know what EA is going to do when it comes to that. So if you do want to grind through your Theme Team All-Stars, or for whatever reason want to grind through your Crucible solos, definitely lock in and get that done this week for sure. Typical EA. Servers can't hang at 7 o'clock in the morning. What is going on, fellas? But honestly, not shocked. It's Electronic Arts. So of course, as I have to load back into the game, I will say that this might seem like a lot to have to grind through for the end of a Madden season, and trust me, I don't want to have to do all these solo challenges, these objectives, but it will be worth it in the long run because, fellas, Madden 25 is coming very soon, and Rookie Premiere should be here very, very soon as well. I've talked about Rookie Premieres so much on this channel, so we're not going to go too in-depth on it, but what I will say is you guys are going to want to have a fat stack of coins. What a fat stack of coins is for you, that is completely up for you. I'm probably going to try to sit around 5 million, maybe more, before I sell off my team. Right now I'm at 3.7, but I really have not been buying any of the new cards. I know a lot of these new players are so good. I only have 1 golden ticket on my team, and it's the free VJack, but I just need to save my coins for Rookie Premieres, It'll be worth it in the long run. I've been using a lot of the same players that I have been using that have just been comp for me. They've been cooking, so it's really not much of a reason for me to switch anything up. I did power up John Davis because his card is actually so fire, but I picked Larry Wilson with my free B&D player. I really haven't bought a player for my team in a minute, and that is because I'm saving my coins for Rookie Premieres. As I say that, though, I did waste 1 million coins on Playmaker packs. Go check out that video, but we pulled absolutely nothing. And that kind of leads me into my last point, where, if you guys are sitting on some more expensive Reduxes or more expensive LTDs, it might be time to start selling them off and replacing them with cheaper budget options. I'll be making a ton of value/budget beast videos in the coming weeks because that's what the players you're going to want to use, or just B&D options. For example, for me, I have Terry McLaurin here. My favorite card I've used all year, but Terry is not going to be on my team come mid-July because he is selling for 700,000 coins, non-LTD, about 600 to 500,000 Redux, so it just doesn't make sense for me to keep this card if I'm not going to be playing competitively online. And if I can get that free OBJ, I'll probably sell Terry sooner, but odds are I'm not getting the free OBJ through house rules, but I'm still going to sell off Terry because that is coins that we'll be able to use going towards the new game. Because, fellas, once Madden 25 drops, none of us are turning on Madden 24, at least for another 6 years, and then we want to rip open Madden 24 packs. But why would anybody ever want to do that? Because Madden 24 packs were absolute dog shit. But that's another conversation for another day. I hope you guys can kind of catch my drift here where I'm saying it might not necessarily be needed right now to sell off your team, but definitely start writing down players you want to start selling off. I keep a Google Doc with just thoughts and ideas for this team. For example, Terry McLaurin's gone, Trent Williams will be gone, Zach Martin's B&D, Jason Kelsey's also B&D, Robert Hunt's B&D, Kevin Dotson is not B&D, but I pulled him and I'll keep my best pull of the year. Come on. Eric Dickerson, he's going for 200,000 coins. That is definitely a value card if you need a running back. You're ripping a Jamal Charles right now, selling for 700,000 coins. Go back to Dickerson. You won't be disappointed. Andrew Luck is a great value option. Tyreek, I believe I got for free. VJack, I know I got for free. And on the defensive side of things, I haven't bought a defensive player since I powered up Jamon Davis and Montez Sweat. You guys see here, I'm still throwing out DRC Combine and Brian Arakpo Combine. Tariq Woolen has been on my team since he came out, so... Actually, no, not since he came out. Since he came out at the free 97 BND. You guys kind of see what I'm doing here. I'm starting to implement more and more BND free cards, building up that coin stack because rookie premieres help you now, and they also help you going into Madden 25. And honestly, getting a head start in Madden 25 is more important than Summer Madden, and that is just my opinion. That's everything you boys need to be doing right now to be best prepared for Season 7. Just getting a bunch of things done in Season 6 that are kind of tedious tasks, I know, but trust me, come middle of this week, it'll all be worth it. I'll have a video out with the content schedule and more of that stuff later today, so be tapped in for that. And again, fellas, if you guys made it this far, go comment down the goat emoji because that is what every single one of you guys are. I appreciate you guys so freaking much. You know, the same like 10 of you that comment on every single video, like, you guys are absolute studs. That's everything I got, though. I'll catch you boys later with the content schedule, but until then, peace.